and over OD'd. And to this day, he's not right mentally. To this very day. You know that family done? Brother Joe and Dad be preaching like I'm preaching this morning. They bowed up. You know what bows up? Rattlesnakes bow up.
Yeah.
They bowed up and they'd had the preacher for lunch. And I'm not talking about having him over to the house. Brother Hazel preached about it Friday night. I hope you don't run me down in front of your youngins.
Amen, preacher.
I hope you don't run me down at all, but I really hope you don't run me down in front of your youngins. You ought to have enough guts not to do that.
Amen.
I'm not trying to be mean this morning, preacher. God knows my heart. But I'm telling you, we're going to lose another generation if we ain't careful.
Yeah.
That's what I fear.
That's right.
And Brother Joe and Dad could have walked in that room and told their parents, I told you so, but they didn't. They said, but they looked at Brother Joe. He's just a little bit older than me. Dad maybe 23 at the time. Brother Joe said, what are we going to do? Brother Joe was in his late 20s, 29. Brother Joe said, we're going to go in there and tell them we're praying for them and we love them. And we're going to try to salvage their other son.
Yeah.
Boy, still ain't right today. And I tell you, the parents regret it to this day. The mother died because of the anguish from him. And I fear that. I fear destruction. I don't want God to destroy your family. I don't want sin to destroy your family. I don't want the devil to wreck your life.
Right.
I'm preaching this morning like this because I care. There's a fear. There's a fight. But number 3, and when we're through, and all God's people said amen. Thank you. Thank you for not saying amen right there. Hey, talking about being destroyed, the Bible said, John 10:10, the thief cometh not but for to steal, to kill, and destroy. You know who my greatest enemy is? The man who I brush his teeth every morning. And comb his hair and look in the mirror. I'm my greatest enemy. And if you don't fear yourself, if you're not scared of your flesh, you're in danger.
That's right.
You ought to talk different. You ought to act different. The Bible said, let no filthy communication proceed out of your mouth.
Amen.
I don't hang around some preachers because of the way they talk. I've heard preachers using 4-letter words, telling dirty jokes. I ain't got time for that, neighbor.
Amen.
And then get up and preach and act like they got the power of God. They ain't got the power of God. They're working in the flesh. Because God's not going to bless anything corrupt coming out of your mouth and let you get up and preach God's holy word like that. Amen.
Hey.
That's right. I'll put it on the CD and send it to them. Won't bother me one bit.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've gotten to the point I realize I don't mean this wrong, but I don't need everybody else's meeting. God's given me this church to pastor this church. I'm not pastoring somebody else's church. I'm pastoring this church. God's given me this place. I'll be the shepherd of this flock. I put on my Facebook last night that I'm looking, my wife's finally letting me look into buying an iPad. Hallelujah. I'm moving on up, you know what I'm saying? And I put on there last time, I'm not very technical. They got iPads, they got iPad mini. So I put on my Facebook last night, I said, preachers, I want to use it for my outline purpose and stuff. I can put hundreds of books on one of them things. And to save my library space and stuff like that. And when I'm traveling, and that way I got to take all my books with me and everything, have it all right there, and have all my outlines. It'll be very convenient. I've got 3 and 4 outline books at home, that thick, and I can't. When I go to revival meetings, I don't know what I'm preaching, and it's really a hassle. I have to carry all those things. So I'm something a little more portable I can take. And I said, preacher, I don't want you to buy. Should I get an iPad or an iPad mini, which is a little bit smaller, and a little bit cheaper? I kind of lean towards the mini because it's cheaper. Amen. And I got crucified.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
You ready? He texted me and said, what is going on? And I finally, about midnight last night, I got fed up. This one man, he wrote this big old long dissertation thing. And I said, sir, I didn't ask for your opinion. I didn't ask for your permission. If I get one or not, I'm a grown man. I'll get what I want to get. And you pastor your church, and I'll pastor my church.
Yes. Amen.
I said, I believe in carrying the Bible. I like carrying that Bible. It's just something about walking in with that Bible stuck up on your arm. There ain't nothing wrong with putting your outline on an iPad or something like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's the difference between reading out of... paper was at once a new invention. Can you imagine the Apostle Paul getting up with his outline? Everybody, the same age, sitting back there. Liberal, get that paper. Don't he know he's supposed to use stone? And so goes the preachers, so goes the churches. I'm hushing. There was a fight. There was a fear. I'm telling you. After revival, there better be a focus.
Right.
There better be a focus. So what do you mean? Here's that servant. Let's say he's a young person. The Bible says he's a young man. Young man is usually in his early 20s. He's a young man. And he's surrounded saying, Elisha, Master, what shall we do? I like Elijah. He's just calm, calm and cool. And you know what? This focus involved a prayer. He said, Lord, he began praying. I wrote down some verses about prayer. 1 Thessalonians 5:22 says, pray without ceasing. Ephesians 6:18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. James 5:16, confess your faults one to another, and pray for one another, that you may be healed, and the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Hebrews 4:16, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy, and find grace to help in a time of need. Amen. Just because revival meeting's over doesn't mean we need to stop praying.
That's right.
It all involved prayer. And then number 2, this focus involved perception. He said, Lord, open his eyes, Amen, that he may see. And God opened his eyes, and that boy went looking around. And he realized there was more with him than there was with them. You may feel like you're the only one. I'll give you a little word of encouragement right here. You may feel like you're the only one trying to live for God on your job or at your school, but I'm telling you, you're not alone. You're not the only one. There is a great hope. The Bible said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. 1 John 4:4, ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You may feel like you're the only one trying to. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only preacher my age trying to live for God and trying to stay out of this contemporary mess and all that junk that's out of hell. And I feel like I'm the only one that's trying to preach the old-fashioned King James Bible and trying to preach the old-fashioned way. And sometimes I feel like I'm the only one. Then I'll go to a meeting and run into my buddy Jonathan Patrick, who I ain't seen in 5 years, and I'll see Jonathan still preaching the same book and preaching the same way. And I'll get a call from Brandon Morris and my friends that are my age that are still preaching. You know what? That reminds me. I'm not the only one trying to live for God. I'm not the only one still preaching like this. I'm not the only one trying to have a good testimony. I'm not the only one trying to lead my church in old-time religion and seeing folks say, for Christ's sake, I'm glad there's more with us than there are with them. We're not the only ones. I'm glad we're on the winning side. He's on our side.
That's right.
He's with us. There's a focus. You may feel like you're the only one trying to live for God, but I'm telling you, if God will open up your eyes and you'll look, you'll realize you ain't alone, but you've got help. And there's reinforcements. There's perception. The servant realized that he was not alone. You know what Elisha done? He asked God to change the outlook of the servant, or the generation, if you would. You know what? That's what we need God to do in this generation, is change our outlook.
Yeah.
Right.
Young people, if God's going to send revival, He's going to do it for you. That's exactly right. I need you to get on fire for God. Yes. I don't need you to wait for camp to get here to get on fire for God.
Yeah.
I need you to get on fire for God now.
Amen. That's right.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this and I'm through. Let me give you the rest of the outline and I'm going to close with this. The focus of all the plan. We know the story. Elisha blinded the enemy and he led him to the gate of Israel. And the king of Israel said, can we smite him? Can we smite him? And Elisha said, God said no. Give him food and send him back home. That goes to show me that God's plan ain't always our plan.
Right.
That's right.
That's exactly right. But it involves perception. About 4 years ago at New Grace, we had a little group of young people that I felt like wanted to see God do something. And I remember we had a prayer meeting one day. And we prayed. And we'd have prayer meetings and ask God, and our Sunday school and ask God to move and ask God to bless and touch. And we was all building up for a youth Sunday. I preached that morning, and we had some saved and God blessed. And on Sunday night, Brother Michael Austin preached. You remember that revival, Brother Melvin? You come. And that Sunday night, it broke out. Had 5 saved that night. We went that week. You know who led that revival meeting? The young people. Me and Brother Mike and Dad did the preaching through the week. We didn't bring nobody in. So we just feel led to. And I saw for a little bit, I saw some young people get with fire for God. But here's what will happen. My dad preached at youth camp a few years ago. And he got done preaching the camp, and he got home, and he was preaching at a church on Sunday that they had sent their kids to the camp. And man, they got on fire for God. They was throwing away rock CDs and country CDs and throwing away clothing that wasn't magnifying to the Lord. Amen. Yeah. It wouldn't hurt for us to get a little burn barrel out here and burn some stuff.
Yeah.
Don't give it away. That's like giving a rattlesnake away.
Yeah.
But anyway, and they was doing stuff for God and got on fire for God. That youth camp, God told me to preach. God told Chris Hewitt, Adam Humphreys, Robert Williams, I can name names, Buddy Scarman to preach. Out of that list, only 3 of us still preaching. Out of those list of 10 guys, there was 10 guys that called to preaching that meeting. Only 3 of us are still preaching. And Denny was standing in the foyer between Sunday school, and he heard one of the ladies talking. And she said, my daughter, she done that too. She threw her halter tops away and her Daisy Dukes and all her rock CDs. But you give these young people a couple of weeks and they'll be back. Her daughter died in a car wreck 2 years later. Pulled out, tractor trailer ran her over. Daddy got up and preached that morning and said, you know why God's not working in your young people? He says, God's not working in you. And young people, if your mom and dad don't want to say, you got great parents, but if your mom and dad, I'm just speaking openly here, if your mom and dad don't want to live for God, you live for God.
Right. Yeah.
Put them to shame if you have to. You read your Bible. You pray. You live for God. You push them to come to church.
Amen.
Because that young generation had to see what God done. I've preached my heart to you this morning. I have.
Amen, preacher.
I'm just trying to warn you. There's going to be a fight. And it may look scary. You may feel like you're the only one. But I'm telling you, we've got to get our focus right. Or we say we're not the only ones. So Miss Lady, come get a verse invitation. Just play. We're not going to sing this morning. We're just going to have music. In the stillness of this hour, we need some people to get around these altars. Hey, the revival meeting is not over. It may be over nightly, but it's not. It don't have to be over. It don't have to be finished. It don't have to be done. Just because we're not meeting here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock doesn't mean that God can't do a work in your life. It doesn't mean that God can't do a work in your family. It doesn't mean that God can't do a work in your children. My prayer is, God, open the eyes of this younger generation. So the little ones, like Cash and all these babies we got around here, and Cohen and all them boys, and Brooklyn back there, and Maddox and all the little kids that we got running around here. They say, you know what? I grew up in a church where God moved, and God blessed, and God helped, and God touched, and I saw God do things in our lives. We get our perception right. Heads bowed, our eyes closed, nobody's looking around. With heads bowed and our eyes closed, let me ask a couple questions.